Hey YouTube, so welcome back to my channel, All Purpose Woman TV. This is your girl right here, Latoya Lavelle, joining you today. So today we are discussing stepping out of your comfort zone and being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm just going to drop a couple of nuggets of wisdom to you from experience, because I have been in situations where, I've had to step out of my comfort zone to break through into what God had for me. And every time that I've stepped out of my comfort zone, I've always found myself in complete awe whenever I've had to step out of my comfort zone to break through into the next season and the next level that God had in store for me. Let me just say that, and let me make this very clear. Your logic will not get you to your breakthrough. Let me repeat that one more time. Your logic will not bring you your breakthrough. A lot of times, when you are trying to break through into whatever God has called for you, you have to trust God. And it's never logical to us, to, the human mind, it's never logical what God has us do. Like, for prime example, you could say, well, Toya, what do you mean by that? Well, for example, let me just give you hypothetically a situation. Let's just say God called you to move to Nova Scotia. Okay? Called move to Nova Scotia, and he wants you to give away all of your furniture. Okay? And you're like, well, God, I don't have any money. Well, God's like, I didn't ask you to have any money. I told you I wanted you to move to Nova Scotia. Now, mind you, in the background, you're going to have all the naysayers. You're going to have all of your family, all your friends, laughing and giggling and sniggling behind your back, because they're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think that something is seriously wrong with you and that you're mentally retarded. But it doesn't matter, because you're trusting God. If God tells you to do something, you do it. Okay, so God got you moving to Nova Scotia, right? So you're moving to Nova Scotia, okay? You're giving away all of your furniture, okay? And, you got to go, okay? God is just one day just told you, listen, I want you to go to Nova Scotia and I want you to give away all your furniture. That's right. You're giving away now. Got a couch, got to give it to your best friend. Got a TV, got to give it to your cousin. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all know nothing about that. That's that Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm so old school, I know. But anyway, basically, God is going to ask you to do something completely. It's going to be sounding completely illogical to you. It's not going to make any logical sense, but you're doing it because what you don't know is God has already, once you get to Nova Scotia, God has already provided provision for you once you get there. So a lot of times God wants us to step out of our comfort zone and trust him and trust that he knows what's best for us. He knows that right that second we don't have any money to go, or he knows that, we're going to need, a place to stay, or a place to, somewhere to get our new furniture from, or we're going to need furniture for our new home. He knows all of that. Yet we have to trust that he knows that and that he's going to provide the provision. But again, like I said, anytime God is breaking through in your life, it's never going to be logical. I don't care, what situation or what scenario it is. It's never going to be a logical situation. You're always going to be sitting over here, wondering, or sometimes a little fearful because of you're scared of, with me, I've always been scared of the unknown. It's scary, but, I trust that, based on, the miracles that God has done in my life with past situations, I trust that God always has my back, and I know to trust him, if God, because he has told me to do that before. I've done that more than once, you know what I'm saying? So I know that situation just from prior experience, and I'm telling you to step out of your comfort zone. And I'm telling you one thing, when you step out of your comfort zone, it brings the biggest blessings, things that I would have never expected. The breakthroughs that God had for that season and that time, it was just completely amazing and just mind-blowing. And because my arm is hurting. With that being said, just trust God. Trust that your logic is not going to get you to your breakthrough. And trust that God's ways are not our ways. We think we have all the answers. We think we know everything. And that's not necessarily the case. God knows better than us. He has the provision already provided. We just have to trust and believe that God is going to do, miraculous things in our lives, and so that we can be, a light to the world, so God can show his glory to the world. That's a lot of times why we're tested in these areas of our faith, when we have to step out, into the unknown, and we don't know, what's going to happen or how we're going to get what we need, but we trust that God is our provider and our supplier, and, he's always looking out for our best interests at heart. So, okay, I just wanted to, again, just give a couple of, nuggets of wisdom, and, just step out of your comfort zone, because this is a season and a time where God is going to require a lot of us to step out of our comfort zone to get to our breakthrough. And it's not going to make any logical sense. And let me tell you something, I've had personal conversations with God, because I'm sitting over here like, God, you got me out here looking crazy in these streets, people laughing at me, people talking about me behind my back, people thinking that, my situation isn't going to get better. It's getting worse. You're going to have all of that going on around you, but we're trusting God. That God knows best, and that God is going to show himself. He's going to show up, and he's going to show out, not just for you, but for all of your audience, all of your naysayers, your family, your friends, your enemies. He's going to present a table before you and your enemies. So therefore, you have nothing to worry about. So I just wanted to encourage you all, if there are things that God is calling you to do where you have to step into, the unknown, do it. I promise you. You'll thank me later. I promise you. It'll be something that you'll look back on and you'll say, okay, God, I know I can look at that situation and see why you had me do that, or I can see why you closed that door, or I can see why I had to, leave that person, or, I had to get rid of this friend, or I've had to leave, this job. Just trust God. God knows best, and God is very strategic in how he does things and how he orchestrates, us into our destiny and our breakthrough. So you guys, again, I hope that this encouraged all of you who are watching. I send my prayers out to you, that God is going to break through and show up and show out in your lives bigger and better than you could ever imagine. And I wish all of you, nothing but a great and blessed and prosperous day. And I will see you guys next week. So bye.